if someone's putting video of my dong online, I want royalties.
So
That's all I'm saying. So we're ready to go. I'm recording now.
Then turn right.
Yep.
We got a podcast now. Ready to go.
Right.
So Scott, I'm going to start this podcast weird.
Okay.
So I was asking you earlier if you would motorboat me.
I did.
And you said that you would motorboat me.
I would motorboat you.
You said for money.
Yes.
At first.
At first, I thought you meant because you wanted to have my head in between your boobs.
Well, that's what I wanted.
That's motorboating.
That's what I was talking about.
No, I thought it meant the other way around. I thought you wanted me to motorboat you.
No, I do. That's what I'm talking about.
What, you think he wants to stick...
What the hell do you have for me to motorboat?
Exactly. That sounds like I'll do
It'd be
it.
like playing the xylophone with my lips.
I hate you.
Was that your joke the other day, Chris? You said something like that. It's a good one.
It's a great joke.
I stole it and then I immediately gave you credit, so it's okay. Yeah, no, I wouldn't want to motorboat you, Scott. That'd just be weird, man. I was talking about you motorboating me. So now that we're back on topic, would you do that?
No.
Why not? You said for money, though.
For a lot of money. Like,
How much money?
I was basically turning enough money that you wouldn't compromise with.
Well, yeah, but this is the whole point of this game is to find your absolute limit, right? Like, so you said $20,000. That's silly now.
Yeah.
Let's not be silly.
$60?
Not for 60 bucks.
Not for
60
Fuck,
bucks
I'd
you
do
would
it
motorboat
for
me?
60 bucks.
Chris, you'd do it for a cheeseburger. Scott, 60 bucks you really wouldn't motorboat me?
Nope.
In a few days when you're broke again.
Trust me, I've had situations happen where like, oh, I'll do this for you, do this for this much money. I'm like, no. I don't.
Well, then I'm going to steal your cell phone.
Okay.
It's not the first time it's
All of a
happened.
sudden,
Yep.
Scott has self-respect, apparently.
Where the fuck did that come from?
Self-respect. It's just, I don't know. I just don't feel comfortable motorboating a friend.
Great show tonight, I would say. Great show tonight.
Yeah. It was great.
Thoughts on it? Genuine thoughts on it?
I wish there was more people.
I wish there was more people too, but I may do.
It was fun. It was interesting. It was fun. I had a Sapporo beer, and it was cold as fuck.
Yeah,
The beer or the room?
Both. The room was cold, and the fact that when I went to the washroom and I washed my hands and the water was cold and they did not have hot water made it extremely worse.
They didn't have the heat on. I felt like we were squatting. I felt like this place wasn't actually open in like a year.
And
Somebody
like,
just
yeah,
broke in the
okay.
back door and was like, let's do a comedy show here.
There's a slight part of me that's just concerned I want to get like a bill tomorrow for like using the venue. It was fun though. Whatever that was fun.
It was fun. It's a rock venue. They got the headstones coming there. Did you guys know the headstones were still a thing?
I don't know. Last time I remember the headstones was when they split up and what's his face became the Redemption Choir.
Hugh Dillon.
Hugh Dillon Redemption Choir, yeah.
My best memory, and I already shared this with Chris earlier, I don't know if you were there, is the headstones back in the day. Hugh Dillon used to be a big heroin addict, right?
Yeah, you told me.
And he used to, well then I'm telling the podcast audience, don't be so rude, Scott. It's not all about you, for fuck's sakes, okay?
I don't know.
Fucking Dave over there. Oh, I know this now, so let's move on.
But you said, I don't know if I told you, I'm fucking calling you.
So regardless, Hugh Dillon, when he was a heroin addict, used to tell, now just pretend that you don't know it. So I have somebody going, oh really?
Oh,
Oh, wow,
really?
that's fascinating. Yeah, that kind of shit.
You don't say.
So Hugh Dillon used to be a heroin addict, and he used to get on stage and he encouraged the audience to spit on him. That's a
Really?
thing he did.
Wow.
Yes. And then he got clean, Scott. And he
Don't
decided,
say.
as most people do when they get clean, that they no longer want people spitting on them.
That's a fair thing to
Weird.
want.
Now,
Peculiar.
the audience wasn't on board for that, though, at these shows, so people would still spit on them, and that was the funniest thing. And I remember being at the zoo in Winnipeg, and I was right in the front row, and people were just, like, spit's just flying over your head, man, and peppering this poor guy, and you can see his face. You're like, he wants to fucking die. This is terrible. And he's just regretting every life decision he's ever made. And I'm making eye contact with him at one point, and that's when I load up. I'm just like, getting a fucking good one. And I let one unleash, nailed him right between the chest, and I just see it like dripping down his fucking shirt. And I'm like, yeah, this is your life, buddy.
How's that for a Redemption Choir?
That was,
Hey, that's your fault. If you issue a challenge like that to your fans, of course they're going to do it for the next 2 decades.
and never stop. Never stop stopping.
You ever been to Thunder Bay? No, I've never spit on you before. It's my turn.
Yeah, I feel like at Thunder Bay, that's a thing, eh? You spit on each other.
Probably.
Yeah, you don't even have to ask for it.
I love Thunder Bay. Okay, any other thoughts on the show tonight? Or the trip down? Any thoughts?
When we did the trip, we left the awesome lodging that they provided us in Sudbury, and then we went to a Chinese restaurant sometime at one point.
Yeah, we did, because
the Golden Dragon.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be a buffet.
Yeah.
I was
know.
like, I haven't smashed a buffet in a long time. I deserve to smash a buffet. And I'm like, that's Chinese fucking small town restaurant. Always a buffet.
Not this time.
Not this time.
I'm sorry to let you down.
Yeah, you did. You let me down. You know what I love is that, and I said this earlier too, Scott, but you got to pretend like you're hearing it for the first time.
Interesting.
But it's a true story.
Ready, Troy.
Every small town across Canada has one Chinese person, one Chinese family anyway, and they own the Chinese restaurant. Because no matter how
Really?
small the town is, that one. You know why that is?
Why is that?
Because when we were building the railroad and we killed all these Japanese and Asian people along the way, we
getting
always
dark.
left one behind to open a restaurant.
That makes sense.
I think that's part of it, for real.
I have a question there for the driver here, Chris.
Yeah.
Do you think the heat, and not that I want the heat, would compromise the consistency of our food that we had just consumed?
Oh, you mean the fact that we each bought a plate of food that could easily feed 3 to 4 people?
I believe it's called shawarma. Yes.
Yeah, we got a plate of shawarma that I think each of our plates was about 2.5 pounds of food.
At least.
None of us even ate a quarter of our meal.
I feel like the place is closing and they were just dumping everything that was left over from the day onto our plates. I don't think that anybody else gets that much fucking food.
Oh, you were supposed to have chicken and beef, and he just threw more food on.
Yeah, that's what he did to you, actually, because he loaded you up. He got just chicken. Scott got just chicken. We got the mixed plate, chicken and beef. So he gave us a little bit of
No.
chicken each, and then he loaded your plate up with lots of chicken, but you had the wrong fucking rice, so they had to change it up.
Because
But
I asked
they didn't
them-
take any of your chicken
I
off,
asked
so
them
then
if
he
they're open
just
till they
doubled you up.
They said 1. So that's just, I think that's their normal servings. Now I'm thinking like,
Well,
would
Scott
they-
just ruined my
would they-
joke.
I know. That's what I do the best.
Terrible.
Would they-
Actually, Nelson.
technically, according to the rule,
Actually, Nelson, I found out that they're open till 1.
you know what the best part is? That's the best impression of Aaron Murray doing an impression of me.
I'll take it.
That's
Aaron is a talented
he
gentleman.
is a very talented gentleman.
So we were going to stay here in Ottawa,
You were.
and then we decided, fuck it, we're not done driving,
We did.
because 6 hours a day isn't enough. We need to do 18.
Yep.
And we're heading to Bathurst right now.
Yep. Well, we're not going all the way. We're going.
Well, yeah, you're right, Scott. We're not going all the way. I like you.
Play your cards
I just
right.
don't like you.
I understand.
Not after you said you wouldn't motorboat me for $60.
No. I have standards.
So we're on our way to New Brunswick. Hey, where are we? We're in Ottawa, right? So we're going to be in
Correct.
Quebec any minute now?
Pretty much.
Yeah, we just got to cross the river.
Fuck yeah, now we should stop for poutines.
Oh, we just had. Okay.
Poutine, Scott!
For breakfast. How
It's a
about
thing that has to happen.
poutine for breakfast?
I don't know how long we've gone. Do you got anything else to add, or we can start driving?
No, nothing positive. This is not. It was fun. It was a fun drive. I got chocolate milk today, and I got a couple of Tinder matches. Maybe. No, never mind. They didn't match me. So yeah, that's good for me. I'm good.
I performed in Ottawa. I did some new material about hooking up with chicks in open marriages and colleges and universities and all kinds of shit. And all in all, I think it was a pretty good night.
Yeah.
Would have been nice with a crowd. Last thoughts, Chris?
Let's drive till like 4 in the morning.
I have a last thought.
A laster?
A last thought. I wanted to say thanks to the man who took us in for a couple of hours. Because we were going to stay the night, but we didn't.
Yes.
Dave Shuga, I think his name was. And I want to thank the comic who came in. The only comic, well, I mean, we had Ottawa comics coming in, but one only came in because stuff happened. Ben, I forgot your last name, Hagel? Hagel. Good kid, 19 years old. Look out for him, Ottawa. He's the next Ben.
Holder.
Holder.
Whatever his name is. Holder.
Hagel.
So this guy's house we were staying at, that was the first time I was about to go couch surfing. You guys done that before?
Yep.
Yeah, actually, we did that in Edmonton, and it was awesome. We met this guy named Ryan Richter,
Oh, yeah, that was
and
fun.
his place is like a party house. It was awesome. We built a big snow hill in the backyard and made it into a bar and stuffed all of our booze in there for one party. And these guys were snowboarding off the roof of the garage. They built like a little thing in the ramp in the backyard.
I remember Nicole in Calgary.
Yeah, and
she was a
she's
very
fantastic.
Awesome lady. I think she's in BC now when she moved.
Scott and I started doing this in 2012, I guess, couch surfing on trips.
Right?
And we met some pretty cool people doing
We
it.
did.
Not too many weird people.
Not too many. But, you have to
It
do
happens.
once in a while. That's the stories.
I think you'd want to show up to, get into one of these weird person's houses and just take a bunch of sneaky pictures and then talk about it a couple of weeks later how, like, fucked up their place is, right?
We had one place, I'm not going to say where, because I still like the people anyway, where in the middle of the night some drunk German dude was downstairs yelling in German, and Scott was paranoid that he was going to get raped. I was like, out of the two of us, Scott, if they're going to rape somebody, I think they're going to rape me. And I'll tell you why. Do you know why? They're going to rape me. No, it's not even the more cushion thing. Because I look like I'm just lazy enough to just give up and let it happen.
I was actually trying to protect my friend. I kind of cuddled with her just so I can protect her from being...
Yeah, that's why.
Also, but he didn't rape me, and I ended up making I left it in a note. I said thank you in the note, thank you kindly for the hospitality and for not raping me.
But rape isn't about like the sex. They say it's about the power thing, right? So I think if we were going to get raped by a couch surfing host, it's actually going to be Chris that's going to get it. And I'll tell you why. Same thing. They want the challenge. You look like you're going to put up the most fight. That's what I think. They look at me, they think he'll fucking fight a bit, and then he's just going to tap out and say, okay, do it and let me nap. Scott's just going to be like with it all the fucking way.
Fight.
And Chris is like, it's going to be a fist fight. I'm going to overcome some shit and get this done. So you're going to be the biggest reward, I think. You are the rape reward, Chris, so you would be the one. So that's why we got you on this trip, as rape protection.
Rape patrol. I like it.
Yeah. And that's why when we introduce ourselves, we're like, hi, my name is Nelson, this is Scott, and this is Chris, the least rapeable guy that you've ever met. That's what we call him. We call him unrapeable.
I bet nobody in this room could rape Chris if they tried their hardest right now.
You'd have to be a real fucking manly man to rape Chris. That's how we intro him from now on, I think, Scott.
There's a lot of rape in this podcast. I just want to...
Yeah, that's Scott's fault.
Rape is real and everywhere, so...
It is. I heard that there's a good video online called Rape is Real Everywhere. Nelson Mayer, check it out.
All right.
To the two people that are listening to this that already watched it.
Good plug.
Okay, so we're off.
We're off.